Yeah, Bravo's new dating show, King's Court, episode 2 aired this week, and a lot went down. So let's get into it. Sarah from Shaws of Sunset joined King's Court in group 2. A thought about her being there. What do you think?
I didn't realize that's where she was from. Oh no, I did not realize she was from Shaws of Sunset. But that makes sense because Shaws is being rebooted as the Valley Shaws right now. So maybe this was like a crossover branding opportunity. She did seem a little out of place. Her energy didn't match everyone else's energy. So this felt like it makes sense that this was like more of like a network crossover for sure.
Yeah, agreed. And yeah, it's a little weird. Now, full disclosure, I only saw some clips because I have been on the road. I worked Monday and I just got back. I don't know what day it is. Last night.
Wednesday.
I have a lot to catch up on, but I did see clips. And listen, this show, Tyson is getting real feisty on that show, isn't he?
He's a Sag man, isn't he?
I think he is.
Yeah. I've been coming for Sag man. I don't know. I'm sorry, Sag man. Y'all just a different breed. So Tyson, right now, Tyson's okay. It's not, he's kind of ramping up towards the end of it. But I do want to talk about Dr. Shawana because Shawana and Thaddius. I was clocking that tea from episode 1, the moment that he referred to her as aggressive, because I was like, Thaddius, you know better than to sit on this TV and call a Black woman aggressive. But when he continued to say it, I was like, I don't think maybe he didn't get the memo. Maybe it didn't reach up there.
But can we have a real moment? Was she being aggressive?
No, what she was being, and she was she's a very smart and educated woman. She said, it's not aggressive, I'm assertive. And those are two different things. And that's semantics that we can't get twisted, especially not on a platform like that with a Black woman.
See, I think she was being a little aggressive but that's what they do on reality shows. And that's also what producers tell you to do. Like, hey, get in there. That girl's monopolizing time. And she probably was like, go do it. I think because of this, the negative connotation that Black women usually get when we are assertive, it would have been cool if he would have said that to her off camera, but then we wouldn't be having this conversation like, hey girl, you kind of pushing the old girl out the way. But yeah, it is important that word aggressive gets put on us. And for some reason, when it gets put on a man, they're a go-getter. And when it gets put on a Black woman, it's different. I don't think being aggressive is a bad thing, but society thinks it's a bad thing when a Black woman does it.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing. And I think this is where I'm kind of like drawing the line. Had he said it episode 1, because I had a visceral reaction when he said it the first time. And then I was like, you know what? Okay, in context, all right, I'll let that slide. But then you say it 2 more times. That's 3 times in 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And now you're labeling her, because we know when you are on a reality show or any show, you become an archetype. So now you have the archetype of the aggressive Black woman, when really she's being assertive. Every single time that he called her that was not her being aggressive.
Right.
She was definitely forward. She knows what she wants, but also she's a woman who's successful. Of course, she's going to know what she wants. So I'm glad that I'm glad she had the conversation with him, but more importantly, I'm glad that Thaddius, the way that he responded, he listened.
Chef's kiss, Thaddius.
Attentive. He acknowledged that he had spoken out of turn and that he would do better next time, and the reasons why that wasn't the right thing to do. And that moment was really something where it really endeared him to me, because I'm like, that's all that people are asking for. It doesn't have to become like a him versus me type thing. If someone says that there's something that makes them uncomfortable, it's your responsibility to listen, and you don't have to say like, I'm wrong, but at least apologize or accept the idea that you did something that hurt someone else. And that's all you can do.
Thaddius really impressed me with the way that he responded. He could have gotten defensive and said, wait, what you were, or I'm not wrong for saying that. You were. He could have done that. And there'd be a bunch of people, especially the male podcast society, that would have been right on there like, yeah, caveman. And the way that he listened to her and didn't interrupt her, let her express herself and explain to him how that can affect her and apologize. We got love for you, Thaddeus, just for that alone, because that's all people want is to be heard and be understood. And you did. And now he likes that aggressiveness, assertiveness. Actually, I think he likes it though. He likes
I think he likes to be put in his place. Like he wants someone who has strong boundaries.
And she showed him.
Yeah, and it kind of made me think, like, was he doing that on purpose to test her? Like, because at first I was like, and then I'm like, and then I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, I thought that was his brightest, it was a beautiful moment, and I really appreciated seeing that play out. But I got to ask you about Lexi.
Oh, real quick, there will be no Thaddeus slander because he looks like he be breaking backs, and I'm here for it. Christina.
Thaddeus is a very sexy man. Okay. Like he is.
Do you think he breaks backs? I think he's probably
respectfully
gifted.
Respectfully, he's a very sexy man. And it's not even like just an aesthetic thing. It's how he carries himself. Yes.
Right. People, listen, men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear and over the phone. That's why we be like, call me. You didn't call me. We love listening to your voice. We are having our eyes closed sometimes, listen to your voice, the tone of your voice, how you choose your words. That is what's sexy to a lot of women. I would say we fall in love on the phone. Y'all fall in love in like what you see. So,
Claudia, I'm just going to put this out there. I don't know what ends up happening at the end, obviously, but I would really like Thaddeus for you. Just saying. Monique King says it was a masterclass in communication both ways. I absolutely agree. I'm going to put this out here. Informers, let me know what you think. Do you think that Thaddeus and Claudia would make a good couple? I've been watching episode 2. I was like, I don't want to get on Dr. Shawana's bad side here, but I'm looking out for my girl. I don't know Dr. Shawana. I know Claudia.
Let's see where it goes with them. I like that she is putting her foot down and she's letting it be known what she wants. And I'm gonna watch the entire thing tonight. And we're gonna have Holly Robinson Peete on the show at some point.
Yes. I'm excited to talk to her. But I have to ask you about Lexi because Lexi told the other ladies about Carlos's past of cheating. Do you think it was shady or a solid warning?
It's not shady. It's true. Anyone that knows the scene and that lives in Miami knows about Mr. Boozer and his history. Not that the past has to be the future, but there's nothing wrong with that because a man that heard things about a woman on that show would absolutely bring that up. If they heard you were married, you divorced her, got with the mistress, married the mistress, divorced, left her, got with the wife, like the back and forth, like that's what that's word on the street with him. So she did a Google search. They made her look really bad about doing it, but I think you should know what you're getting into. And they really demonized her for that. And I saw how Carlos flipped it and was like, you could have just came to me. And he kind of like made her the bad guy because she brought it up. Listen, Carlos, I know you're new to reality TV, but you're going to get a lot more of this as more interest in the show as it increases. This is just part of the game. I had to go through it. When I went on reality shows, they all kind of lies. The truth and the lies will come out. Everything's going to come out. And you can't really get defensive every time someone asks you. Yes, it's annoying for someone to Google you, but at this point in life and in the game, you really can't be mad at someone that does that. And Lexi was just doomed from the start because Carlos already had his eyes set on the other girl. Like, he beelined and has not looked anywhere else since. You know what I mean?
That's true, but I have a different take, and I do appreciate that your take is in defense of Lexi, because I was like, Lexi, girl, you are going out sad and bad. I do not like this.
He doesn't like her. He doesn't like her.
And the thing about it is, Lexi is clearly a beautiful, accomplished woman. I do not want to see her staring longingly, talking to other men about the idea. I'm talking to Thaddeus about the idea that Carlos isn't messing with her like that because he clearly has decided who he wants to be with.
Yeah.
Now, did you get a bum deal? Yeah. Well, yeah, you did, because you liked a guy who only had eyes seemingly
Yeah.
true eyes for one
So
person.
it does appear she's doing it to be bitter, but
Exactly. It came
yeah.
across very bitter. And it made me feel uncomfortable for her because I'm like, here's the thing about just reality television or, it was specifically reality television.
Mm,
If you're going on a reality TV show to find love, this has been my advice for friends who have done this. I'm always like, it's not about who's there on the cast with you. More than likely, you're not going to find true love. I mean, a Cameron and Lauren situation from season 1 of Love is Blind, or, a Tiffany and Brett, like those are so few and far between out of all the seasons. Think about The Bachelor, think about all of these love shows. You're likely not going to find your Mr. Right or or Mrs. Right on the cast,
mm,
but you are on a main stage where you can show the very best of you when you're on that set.
yeah.
So think about the people who are outside of the cast. Think about how you want to come across to the viewing public, because your person could be watching, or more importantly, their sister, their mama, their aunt,
Definitely.
somebody could be watching to say, hey, I saw this girl. This is the perfect one for you. But when you are all in your feelings over some dude that don't want you, it gives you a bad edit and a bad look. So
Yeah.
I was sad for her on that.
It did look bad. It did look bad. We have a comment that said, "Oh, Queen Bean said Lexi was not wrong for researching Carlos, but she was not looking out for women. She was angry that she was rejected. Probably so, and understandably, you're on television, and he's like kind of dismissing you, like, and like not even giving it. He never really was open to meeting anyone else. Once as soon as he walked in the room, he said pink dress, and I told you
Mm.
on the first time we started talking about this, he's probably already married to the girl by now. Honestly, like that's how he moves like that. Like he's going to move like that. Okay. I got my friends in Miami. I know word on the street. I got my informers out there. I already know. Okay. But yeah, I think that and I understand where she's coming from, but in the fact I think she also made a mistake by talking to other men about him. Like, what
Mhm.
is it gonna do to tell Thaddius or Tyson about it? It makes her look like he's probably like, what? Okay, then it got nothing to do with me. I'm not bonding with you by you telling me about this. Like that was a mistake for her. She should have gone to him and be like, yo, I looked you up. No, matter of fact, once I saw that he wasn't liking me, I probably would have just checked out. There's not even a need for me to like, hey, girl, let her find out when she finds out,
Yeah.
you know?
Or, I mean, if you weren't interested in the other two, then make some friends. I mean, you're staying at this house. It seems like a good time. Like, just enjoy being there, because you don't get an opportunity like that all the time. But to be so invested, like your person has to be on the cast, I'm, the chances that that's going to happen are like nearly none.
I could never in a million years be one of the girls getting picked by the men. So I tip my hat to the women that do to compete. And even with the Dr. Shawana, like having to push another girl out the way and like, excuse me, talk to me. I could never do any of that. Like having to like go up to someone that's in a conversation with another woman and be like, hey, look at me too. That is gonna be so hard. And it's gotta be tough on your self-esteem,
Yeah.
especially for women, where women are used to the men pursuing them. Well, we used to be back in the good old days. Like now, so that would be really, really tough. I know we're running out of time. Tyson only asked out the new girls and no OGs. Does that mean he's a playboy, or does that mean he's just like, hey, I'm just seeing what everybody has to
Well,
offer?
it would be one thing if he was just trying to get to know the new women because he had gotten to know the original women that were there. But then to say to Holly Robinson Pete, why am I gonna have the same meal when there's new lunch or something? He said something like that. Like,
Mm.
why are you
So he's the opposite of Carlos. Carlos is like beeline for one, and Tyson's like, hey, Fiesta, oh, we got a new batch. Let me try this one. Let me try that one. Let me try this one. Let me try this one.
he thinks that he's at the Playboy Mansion. Like
Mm.
that he thinks that everyone is like, catering to him, which is a weird juxtaposition because he's also trying to play wounded lover. Remember, he's
Yeah,
talking about the fact that his heart has been broken, a woman wronged him,
it was a
and now
model he was with, and I remember that there was a public breakup, and I think she got with someone else that was famous, and he was like, crushed over it. It was a long time ago, though. It was like over 10 years ago.
yes.
Yeah, I
And
remember
this
that.
is what you want to present and say that you're like, I'm wounded, but wait, I don't want the tacos. Give me the burritos. Like what is happening here?
I see me, the fact that he saw a girl on the show that he actually complimented in her DMs and said she was beautiful and she's drop dead gorgeous. I would take that as a sign. Like, what are the odds I'm placed on a show with the person I was crushing on
Mhm.
online? I would probably explore that first before I go checking out the other people because it's gonna make that person feel like insignificant. Like, wait, what? Like, we already had somewhat of a connection. Let's explore it first before we go trying out other things. Plus, you're doing it in front of camera, so it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Christine says, Claudia, just tell us they got married because I think you know the tea. What's the tea? No, I don't know. I just know of Carlos. Like, and I've heard his story before. So he definitely he likes to get married. So I think I would not be surprised. I haven't seen him around or even talked to him in a long time. I can see him around sometimes. I've seen him around a couple times. So I don't. That's why I said from what I know, I would not be surprised if he is like proposing to someone by the end of this, and they're married. Like I could see that happening.
Okay.
That's
Well, you did, before we wrap, you did say something about Brickell, who was the one that Tyson slid into her DMs. She eliminated herself, and then Lexi eliminated herself, which I think was a good move because I think that Lexi just couldn't emotionally handle it. What did you think about them eliminating themselves as opposed to going with the system and allowing themselves to be
hell
eliminated?
yeah, ladies. Don't let someone that you don't even want anymore make you feel bad. That's like I broke up with you first. It's petty, but it makes you if it helps you heal and move forward, then go for it. I like that because ain't nothing worse than getting broken up with by someone that you want to break up with first. So at least get a little bit of your like dignity back, a little bit of like a little, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I don't even want to be with you, and you gonna break up me on TV? No, or break it off or dismiss me on television? Absolutely not. I'm gonna take myself out. And I think that was, for Tyson. I wonder if he like regrets it because Raquel was gorgeous, and Anisha says all he said is she's beautiful. And she said thank you. That's not a connection. It's not a connection per se. Well, it is a minor connection. It's like he at least you got through there's a physical attraction there.
Mhm.
And that's hard to get, like a mutual physical attraction. Usually one person likes the person, the other. All right.